in order to get like the proper amount of ink and the depth that I need, I have like these bowls and usually I'm like leaning them to the side so that I can get it like a little deeper. But yeah, I have all these like disgusting, they all look totally disgusting, these bowls.
They're artists.
You are talking to fellow artists. What we consider disgusting is not.
So I guess what I was going to do is just very quickly show you like the different tools that I have made and modified, but or the ones that I use. So I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the ruling pens, what ruling pens are, but these are like old style drafting pens. That's two metal plates. Parallel pens are like, they have the two metal plates that go side by side. I'm gonna get just something to write on real quick. My sketchbook.
Yes.
We love to see sketchbooks.
Yes, this is what I drew on the train on my way here. This is what I drew on the train last night. This is what I drew in the bar while I was getting drunk last night. And on my way to the bar getting drunk. And then I just started this book because I tear through these Muji sketchbooks like once a month. But okay, so ruling pen has like two metal plates and it keeps the ink kind of like suspended inside of the like space there. And then normally you're supposed to draw with it like, well, you don't really draw with it, you draft with it, but you would like wet this with a brush and then you would rule a very consistent like line, and you can change the width of the line using this. But when I was in college, I thought, well, I had to learn how to use one of these in college because I went to school at the end of hand-drawn graphic design era, beginning of digital tools era. And so this guy that I was learning it from, it's like just made us learn this. But I found out that you can like use this incorrectly, like get a little more depth, but you can draw like thick lines and change the weight of your line. And then I found out that this was actually like a thing that calligraphers do. And there's an even better version of this because you don't have to hold your pen so far to the side. So I show you this. But yeah, you do regular lines, you can rule with it, and you can do like thick lines, but you can kind of change the shape and size of the line just by changing the angle of the pen. And this one is a cola pen, which is like a handmade version of this. This is just made with like a flap of a, if you're very careful, like cut out piece of like a soda can. And it's kind of like almost like an arrowhead shape or a heart shape. Ooh, this one's split. Okay, this one's no good. But the trick is with this is you can really adjust, like I can also, rule with this. I can draw at the tip, but you can also adjust the width of the line by tilting it back and forth. And it does like really impressive. I don't know if the edges of the kind of like serrated, but that's from the two. It's kind of vibrating as the goes along, and it's. I fell in love with this guy. Actually, it was after I met like Ellie, but I started to modify like a more mobile version of the pen or of the parallel pen. I met these people who drew with these parallel pens. They were so good at it. Ellie, and then also our friend Julia Liu. And so normally they're square, right? They're like shaped like a rectangle with like the little nubs there. But you can change the shape of the pen. So what I do is like I kind of carved away part of the pen. Sometimes people use like a Dremel tool. I actually just use sandpaper and water to like modify the shape of this pen. But I can do like the same idea where I'm changing the shape of the line using just the angle of my hand. And then you can flip it over and just get like a hairline or just pull it towards and rule lines. Anyway, so that's just like a quick run through of what what that is and why I did it. But this is the pen I draw with the most, the parallel pen, modified parallel pen hack. And I have like a hashtag that I use on Instagram. But most people, when they hack these pens, they do it for calligraphy purposes. But I'm not actually a calligrapher, but I just love calligraphy tools.
Same.
Yes, yeah, because you can get so much like expressive line out of it. And this is just an aside, but like I also modify like toothbrushes. I have a friend who draws with toothbrushes, but yeah, I've just used like a candle to bend this so I can draw with it like at better angles.
Well, I really want to see you draw with that.
I'm gonna probably do a little bit of drawing with it because this is like really good for just kind of like blocking in shapes and like shapes of tone and stuff. And I'm like gonna try to make drawing last this time. How do I see the view right now? Street view.
I'll post the link. You should just open it on your laptop or whatever.
Yeah, I can open it up in my browser. Let me see where. I know I sent it to you, but
Yeah, it's in the chat right now.
It's in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Is my camera not focused? I can't actually tell.
No, it looks pretty good. I think it's just not the best internet connection, but not much we can do about that.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. My my internet is really bad right now for my studio. Okay. I'm trying to find the Street View link now. May it be in it. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Sorry for the wait. My internet is really bad right now.
No worries, we'll manage.
Sending you good internet vibes.
This gives everyone time to sharpen their parallel pens, their cola pens, to build a cola pen.
Yeah. Modify your parallel pen. It really only does take a minute.
Yeah, we already have some question in the chat. Okay, you already answered, Eleanor. I will. Okay, we'll do that later. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely give some tips on how to modify, or sorry, how to modify and how to refine the parallel pen. But sometimes I've done it so many times now that I feel like the real secret of that is just patience and maybe a lot of like test paper, like paper that you'll just kind of churn through and waste. Okay, I'm gonna start. So, okay, I'm gonna just do like a very quick pencil sketch so I could see just lay out where I want to be in space here. So I'm gonna do this lamppost on the side here, a couple of cars. I do really sloppy underlying sketches most of the time now because I get really tight with everything I do. I just like get really perfectionist and I can't let myself be loose, which is kind of why I've adopted this style of drawing, because it's the opposite of perfectionist. Okay.
So for all the other participants here, you can watch what Erin's doing or draw along on your own. I posted the reference picture a few times that you can look at. So up to you. Even this pencil sketch has so much energy and personality.
Thank you. I drew this the other day to see how, like, I drew it in a different sketchbook to try to like do a very fast version of this. It took me an hour to draw it the way I wanted to draw it. So I'm trying to do the express version right now.
The express train version.
Yeah. If I hit this X, is it just going to close this whole window? Okay. I can't see the World Trade Center behind this little thing here.
Yeah, this particular view looks really quiet and empty, but then if you scroll over, there's like crowds and crowds of people.
Yeah, there's a huge crowd waiting in the corner for this. If you look at if you look just a little bit to the left, you see like that dumpling sculpture thing they have out there. That's Hop Key Restaurant. I've actually never been to this restaurant, but I have been. Someone asked in the chat if Wohop was still around. Wohop is still around the corner from this place. I go there once in a while, maybe like once every 10 years.
Okay, yeah, that's once in a while.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's enough sketching. Okay. Squint.
I like how loose it is.
I gotta go fast here. I got no time. Okay. So
I feel sorry. We're putting so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the pressure. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to block in like a little bit of the shape of the shadows here. So I'm gonna do this. What? With this toothbrush pen, brush.
This looks so fun.
I have a friend who like, I feel like kind of a rip-off artist when I draw with this toothbrush because one of my close friends, he's on Instagram as Spaceman Bigfoot. My friend Jesse, he draws with these like almost, I don't know, he became the master of the toothbrush style, but we actually found out about this toothbrush mod because I used to do like a lot of watercolor, and I found somewhere on the internet, I can't remember who recommended this, but someone suggested this as like a scrubber, like when you want to lift up the watercolor pigment off the paper to like repaint an area. This was someone's scrubber brush. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me try that. And it just always destroyed my paper whenever I tried to use it that way. So I did end up using it for a scrubber brush, but I did figure out that it was kind of fun to draw with.
Yeah.
And then Jesse just drew with it all the time. So the way that I met Eleanor was through figure drawing. I do figure drawing like every week. At least once a week. And
drink and draw crew.
Drink and draw, yeah. I did one last night. That's
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask if that was your trip to get drunk at the bar on a Wednesday night. I know what that is.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I tried not to get too drunk because I knew I was doing this today. So I just ended up saving a beer, playing the drink and draw with her PBR. No, this is Brooklyn Brewery. Our beer sponsor, their beer sponsorship. They have. It's already due. Okay, so because I gotta go fast, I am going to just blot out a lot of the tone that I laid down. My favorite tools are a napkin and these pens. So, okay. let's get serious. Let's not spill water on the laptop. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this ruling pen, which is made for calligraphy. It's made by a Brazilian company. It was actually a Kickstarter it's a Brazilian company called Dreaming Dogs. But I freaking love this pen. This pen is just amazing, but it's very like sharp. It's made of steel, so it doesn't like have some of the defects that my Cola pen would have. So I don't know. I don't know if I could, if you want to ball out and spend a bunch of money on a pen, these are great, but it's also like $50 or maybe more, maybe like $60. So and also if you're in Europe, there's also I think I can't remember the name of the company. Oh no, I do. Okay, Handwrit MC. They do a ruling pen that's for calligraphy, and I think that they're in Germany, but
I have no idea, but then again, I've never used this type of pen.
yeah,
But yeah,
just stuff you
Good
could
to
look
know.
for. But if you want to learn how to make a Cola pen, or yeah, if you want to learn how to make a Cola pen, there's definitely like instructions that you can find online. I ended up making it I'd use tons of different kinds of cans and stuff. These scissors and maybe a little bit of sandpaper to help you smooth out the edges. Oh, someone had a question about how to refine parallel pen when you modify it. Yeah, the answer is like, the answer for me is like using different grades of sandpaper. Like I use like a fine sandpaper to kind of refine the edge once I've gotten the overall shape that I want to get. And I end up just kind of just through repetitive, like a little bit of patience and a lot of repetition. I use like usually when I'm refining it, I won't even fill the cartridge. I'll just like I'll do what you're doing with your hacked parallel pen, Ellie. I'll just use it as a dip pen. And just keep doing that for a while until I figure out that the edges are all smoothed off. But I kind of end up just like rubbing the side of the pen against like maybe like a rough or like a very smooth sandpaper. And that'll like help take away some of the burr off of the edges. One of these days I'm going to do like a little like YouTube. I guess now that I have this webcam that I bought like literally 3 hours ago. Maybe I'll do a little YouTube video about that.
Yay.
I've just been meaning to do something like that, you know?
Record the knowledge.
Yeah, pass it on.
I watched a lot of parallel pen hacking videos when I did a workshop about this. So I was like actually researching it, and I think we read some of the same tips. Yeah, those YouTube videos are a gem for sure.
Yeah, I want a bumper sticker that's my made on a roll at University, because I feel like that's me.
Yeah.
Just always on the YouTube, trying to learn stuff.
This pen looks really fun.
This pen is really fun to draw with. Just it makes like really intense marks. Mostly when I'm drawing with this, I'm doing like my figure drawing stuff, which again I do a lot of. But okay. Yeah, this one's not so good for drawing, I think for me, drawing on location, because I tend to just draw with like whatever's in my bag. And I keep like a bundle of pens in my bag, like some brush pens, erasers, and the parallel pens. Usually I have like one of those platinum carbon, the like desk pens. I don't know if you guys have ever used those, but those are really great fountain pens, the platinum carbon ones.
Yeah,
love
I got
those.
one because of you. And
Yeah,
it's
they're so,
short.
they're so affordable. Like they're really
Yeah.
inexpensive for a good fountain pen.
Yeah, all my other fountain pens are like so clogged. I'm so over it, except for that one.
Yeah, and it doesn't even clog that much. Yeah, I got into that one because I kept losing like you know, the like Lanny Safari pens.
Oh yeah.
Great pen, really great pen. I think I lost literally like $300 worth of those pens in my life. Or lost or broke them. I think I was with you one time, and one of them fell off of a overpass.
I remember that.
Yeah, we were drawing down by Stone
Just
Street.
like,
Oh my.
rolled off.
Yep.
But then again, they're so cheap. I think they're much more expensive in the US, but in Germany, this is the Lamy fountain pen. That's literally the pen that I learned to write with in school.
Really?
It blew my
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
I think like when I bought them in there's like a little like a fountain pen store near me called the Fountain Pen Hospital. It's just south of where, or not just south, but it's a little bit south of where this location is. And they were like $50 there, and so
No. They
Yes.
should be around 20 euros.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think the time when I stopped buying them, the dollar was doing a lot worse compared to the euro, so they were like kind of expensive pen to be losing.
No, that's a crazy
constantly.
markup. Gotta pay
Yeah, and
that.
I mean, like the
Yeah.
pen that
Well, they
I
have a
learned to write with, I still have it. So I've had that pen since
yeah.
1992.
Oh my God, you still write with?
I gave it to my mom actually, like because I don't use it that much, but I really like because the nib has been used for decades now. It's like
Yeah.
so soft and buttery.
Yeah.
Like I love to write with that pen.
Yeah, I got my Safari nibs like super nice, and then they would just clog up, and then I couldn't figure out how to clog them, and every time I tried to unclog them, I would break the pen. So
Same
I-
with me.
yeah, so I just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with this platinum carbon one. It's a very different feel because it's like super fine point, but
I'm gonna find a link to that.
Yeah, these are very nerdy fountain pen discussions. I cannot get into fountain pens because I do not need any more pens. Like I cannot, like I find this discussion very interesting, but I cannot get myself any more pens.
I mean, yeah, the ones that I'm talking about now, I'm like, that's it. I'm not gonna buy any more like fountain pens. Like this is literally like, these are the ones that I use. These are the ones I'm like always going to use now, and I'm not gonna go beyond it. But still, the one that I use the most is the parallel pen. I use it just like all the time.
Yeah. There's some comments in the
for
chat also
everything.
from Sohita, who recommends Sailor Fude pens, which are apparently $10 or something.
Yeah, I've bought a Fude pen. I don't think it was a Sailor, but similar kind of like feel. You can like flip it around and use it like on the tip, or you can use the like side of it. But I think with Fude pens, you can even like change the pressure a little bit and change the width of the pen.
Mm-hmm.
I hope no one feels cheated that I'm not using the handmade pen right now.
No, I think the ruling pen is really interesting. Like I don't see a lot of sketchers using those.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because they really are like really versatile. I guess they can be a little challenging to use, maybe if you're not used to it and not used to the idea of using them in that way. But I love it. Like I just fell in love with it like almost right away.
Are you getting that person in there?
Trying
Yeah.
to.
Love how you did the fire escape.
Oh yeah.
Very calligraphic.
Yeah, I kind of like have like with the figure drawing, I have like I love doing the gesture drawings. I do them completely differently than this, but I used to use a parallel pen and one of these to do that, to do my I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I use these pens to do my gesture drawings with. I feel like I'm familiar New York City landscape features, and for sure, like I was avoiding drawing cars for a really long time. I don't really like cars very much, and I found like just kind of like almost like a cartoon version of a car, like a really like simplified version of what a car is, and turn that into a gesture drawing of a car, you know? I mean, these aren't very good examples of it, but I can show you some like better ones in one of my sketchbooks if you want to look at that.
Yes, please.
Okay. In a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Let me do the thing.
Yeah. You're
But it's always good to talk about shortcuts for certain subjects that will always come up in an urban scene, and I think so many people struggle with cars.
One of the reasons why I picked this scene, even when I picked it when I was drawing it in real life, is because I love the way the cars are resting half on the curb. I mean, I don't feel like I've done it justice here, but if I zoom in on that, I probably should have just drawn like this to really make it simple, but I don't know. You know, I like to bite off more than I can chew. The idea here is like, I just like that shape that they're making on the curb so much that I wanted to do that as a drawing. So when I drew that, the one that's in the post that you did, the one that I sent you, Ellie, I stood on the street corner doing that probably for a solid maybe an hour. Which is way too, it's uncomfortable standing. I have bad knees. I'm like too old to be out that much.
You need a camping chair, Aaron.
I gotta find like, yeah, I need a camping chair. But I was saying to my friend the other day that if I used a camping chair, I feel like someone would kick the legs out from underneath me.
Whoa, I never even thought about that. That would be really mean.
I don't know. I've had a lot of, I don't know. It's New York, you know, New York City is not as bad as it used to be, but I have had like a lot of unfortunate and uncomfortable interactions with people on the street in my life. And a lot of them have been kind of recent. So I'm like, I'm a little paranoid now. I grew up here, so I've always been kind of like a little on the paranoid side.
Aaron, there's a question in the chat.
Yes.
How do you decide where to put the bold lines?
That is a really good question. How can I express this? I usually tend to put the heavier lines like kind of underneath stuff to try to emphasize the weight of the object, like if it's something that's resting on the ground. But then with like window frames, I have kind of like a cartoon like idea of how to draw windows. I'll do a very fast one right now so you can see it. I'll show you on the assuming I actually have no. Okay, imagine this is your window, and then you'd have like the heavy line underneath the top of the frame. There's like another line here for the middle of the frame. And then if you look, you can kind of see there's an overhang in the window where this bottom part of the window slides up underneath it. And so I'm like deciding to put the weight double here. So try to like make it imply the weight of the shadow there and imply the depth of the window frame. So this is my quick version of what a cartoon window frame looks like. I actually used to draw like windows when I was in college too. Kind of forgot about that. But I had like a giant charcoal sketch of windows, of a window in the house that I grew up in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to draw this other, like a very, okay, I'm gonna switch to a different pen for this building that's behind here because I think it'll help me to imply the distance by having thinner line back there. That's another thing that I think I picked up. That's another thing I feel like I picked that up from like drawing with you and Julia, Ellie, was like adding line weight or adding line weight for things as you come forward. So making things heavier as they're closer to your where you're standing, your viewpoint.
Yeah, that atmospheric perspective.
Yes, like try to imply the atmospheric perspective. Like if you were doing it with painting, you would use the lightness and the saturation of the color to imply atmospheric perspective. As things go further away in the atmosphere, you're seeing more of the atmosphere between you and the thing that you're looking at. So things get softer and hazier as they go away from you in space. I'm a real doubter in myself, so I don't really feel very confident in this drawing that I'm doing for you all right now, but it looks like a drawing. It's a drawing.
Looks good. It's really fun to look at.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. And
just a time check. It's been about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just maybe just do the last of these windows and.
I mean, you captured the space very succinctly.
I am going to show you, if I can find it. I did a different version of this with the parallel pen. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we wanted to see the first version you did on the street.
I don't know if, oh, I do know where that one is. Hold on. Okay, it might take me a second to find in all these books, but
you just
I
flip through this.
I churned through these sketchbooks fast. Okay, I sent you that one I did on the street. Actually, I really like this one that I did on the street. I don't know if you could see it, but I thought it was great. Often kind of recent. Yeah, all right. Maybe. Nope, not that one. And all right. I don't know if I can find the original one right now, but I can show you the one I did the other day that was in preparation for this. It's much more careful than this current drawing.
I could also probably upload the file you sent. Oh, yay.
Okay,
wow. Yeah, that's
cool.
I did this one in a coffee shop, but it's this scene that you're looking at right now. But I think that like if I spent more time and focus on the drawing, it would probably be a little more refined, but this one took me like an hour to do. And it's also like much smaller. So it's easier to like pack in stuff into it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it's harder to fit stuff in, but it's easier to get it done because it's so small. Let's see. Oh, I found the original one. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And this is the one I did on the street.
Yay.
Yeah.
All
So
those
yeah,
cars.
this is like me wanting to, sorry, I'm trying to center myself on my camera, but this is me wanting to like capture some of that, like the of the
Mhm.
cars. It's so funny that it's almost the same as the street view because this is just from life. I didn't draw mural very well. The murals, but
Oh, you're frozen.
Let's hope it comes back.
Yeah. But
But in
pretty
the meantime, Aaron's getting a lot of compliments in the chat.
oh my gosh, he's gone.
Oh
Well,
no.
That was good timing. He finished it. Okay. Bye, Aaron.
Oh no. Bye, Aaron.